This is going to be another one of my short tutorials. This is just for texturing the rearview mirror. So here I'm opening the latest XCF file and the latest UV layout file, which I made at the end of the last tutorial. I never mentioned that I was doing that, but you would have seen it on screen. So I'm doing the same old thing, killing the transparency and changing the black parts, the big black faces, to white, because that's the format I prefer. The reason I need this, of course, is that I need to know exactly where the mirror and its parts are when I edit the texture. So save it as a new XCF file. Select the whole thing. Copy it. Remove the old UV layout. So select all and clear. Paste the new one in. There are the parts after I exported the UV layout file. If I leave them as is, they'll just turn out white. And I want the plastic parts to be black, the mirror itself to be silver. So, start with the black plastic, with the black plastic layer, of course, keeping everything consistent. That's why I have these layers. And of course, that's actually really dark gray. It's not true black, for the reasons I discussed earlier of not wanting to confuse the alphas of some of the games. And then I take that part there. It's just going to be the face of the mirror. It's almost silver already because of the off gray color of the UV layout file, but I'm going to do silver anyway. It's not perfectly fit, so I fiddle with it a little bit there. I'm being a little bit perfectionist here. So I fill that with silver. Notice, of course, I'm working now in the silver fixtures layer. And now I go to the labels layer because I want to add labels for these. In a sense, the smaller parts require labels more than the bigger ones because you can easily get confused about what's what when they're small and nondescript shapes. So as usual, it gives me the color of what I was just working in, which I don't want. I want it to be black text. Because with this, there's not an issue of alphas because it won't appear on the actual model. Then I get the size up to something reasonable. Then I add a label to the black plastic parts of the rearview mirror. So save everything. After merging those layers down, as always, I had to merge the text layers down into the labels layer. Here I'm killing the transparency again so that this will be a usable texture. And I'm going to test it out on the model. So export to Targa, as always. Export, and off to Blender. And there's the new texture in place. So I will reload it anyway from force of habit and to demonstrate the technique again. Again, if you're going to upload a texture in more recent versions of Blender, you have to upload to the material as well. And indeed, you're assigning. You're not really uploading. I'm saying upload, but it's really assignment because these files are separate, and if you move them, you have a problem. Much like in an actual game or other application. So there we have it. It's in the UV image editor, and it is assigned to the texture. So here we go to the main 3D view, and we have our completed interior model. Now you could argue that there are a lot of things that this needs still. I should model the knobs, I should model all of the interior panels, I should model the faces of the seats, but I don't really have adequate textures for that. I mean, I would have to be an artist, a painter basically, or else I would need photographs, which are scarce for the Vega. So since this is going to be a non-interactive interior, and I'm going to use this probably as a scenery object initially in or on trains, this will be where I stop for now, and I will be working on the body model next. And when I put it all together, this will be my interior model. So anyway, this has been a long project, and thanks for watching.